All right. We're back.
Yes, we are, guys. Did you miss us? We missed you.
We missed you. Once again, thank you for joining F3C's KidZone, the experience, and we thank you for tuning in. And you know, we got another great lesson for you guys. And you know what? We are still dealing with that word cooperation.
Well, wait. You got to do it like this.
Okay.
Cooperation. Like.
No, see, there she goes. You give her an inch, you take a mile. I tell you,
He's
we
my
gotta stay
hater,
on
y'all.
course. We gotta stay on course.
Yeah,
but we are talking about
No haters allowed.
Earl. I'm
What's
gonna
up?
chill for just a minute so we can do this. Hey, y'all, guess what? The reason why we got Earl out here, because we got something special for our preschoolers. Ain't that right, Earl?
Wait. He's telling me something.
What are you telling you?
You should tell them.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them, Earl.
Hi guys, I want to give a shout out to all my preschool friends. We miss you, and this is gonna be something you enjoy.
All the preschoolers, you're gonna enjoy that. Go ahead, Earl.
Preschool dance. Come on guys, let's do the preschool dance.
Earl got it
She
going.
is super funny. Earl got it going on. The reason why we utilize Earl is because Earl helped us in our last lesson. If you remember last week, we talked about the man that could not walk. That was actually Earl
Look at
that
the
was on that
legs.
mat. Yeah, now he got legs and everything. He can stand on his own. He's doing
Earl
interviews.
didn't fall on
He's
Jesus.
out here and he's hosting shows with us now. Earl, big time now. Earl,
Good
big
job,
time.
Earl. Good
Okay.
job, Earl.
Guess what though? You don't get no money for this. We do this voluntarily. That's part of cooperation. Oh, see, he gonna leave
Earl
just
gone.
like that. Earl gone, but that's okay. Guess what? We are back. We're talking about cooperation, and we are ready to talk about the memory verse. So we did it last week. We're gonna do it again. This time, no brain freeze. I'm gonna knock this thing out, but I need y'all to do it with me. You ready?
I got a good beat.
You got a good beat?
Uh-huh.
Okay, give me a beat.
That
That's
ain't
not
gonna
gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So let's just do this thing. I tried. You know what? I was trying to cooperate, but sometimes it just does not work.
I'm gonna work on that beat.
Yeah, she's gonna work on that beat. But right now we're gonna do this thing. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Y'all ready for this?
Everybody say Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers,
What?
Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles. We got Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, and Job. We got Psalms. We got Proverbs, Ecclesiastics, the 4th chapter, the 9th verse.
That's right, guys.
That's right.
That was nice.
That was
Yeah,
nice.
that's
I know. I've been getting choked up.
okay.
You know, it's just something about the nighttime air. I think it's choking me up,
You gotta-
but it's all right. It's a little frog in my throat. I'm good.
You good.
Maybe I need some water. No, I'm good though. All right, so that's the verse. That's the verse, Ecclesiastic, the 4th chapter,
That's right.
the 9th verse. And we're talking about cooperation, which means what?
Working together.
Yes, to accomplish more than you can do by yourself.
Because we're a team.
We are a team.
But we need you to be a team with us too.
So, I think Sister Brandie has a joke.
Tell me why chickens are funny.
I don't know. Okay. Now that was a good one. I almost got lightheaded on that one. That was a good one. I like that. Okay, that was good. Okay, do that again. They gotta do that one again. Yeah.
You gotta hit it with the.
Y'all get it? Y'all get it? Because. Yeah, y'all get it.
All right, guys, we love you so much. And right now, we're about to get ready to get into praise and worship.
And we will be right back.
Yes.
Before there was time, you were up in the highest place. Leaving your home, you came down to make a way. There was nobody else, no other name could save. You've stolen everything. We wanna lift you higher. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light. My heart's forgiver. You are forever. You are the way, you are the life and truth. We're saved by your grace, there was nothing that we could do. We're changed by your blood, you're making all things new. With your spirit in us, we're sealed for a life with you, yeah. And we wanna lift you higher. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light. My heart's forgiver. You are forever. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Whoa, risen is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Risen is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting life, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light. My heart's forgiver. You are forever. Who's able to forgive? Only Jesus. Who is our righteousness? Only Jesus. Who opens up our eyes? Only Jesus.
Who reaches down for us? Only Jesus. Who shows the Father's love? Only Jesus. Who brings the dark to light? Only Jesus.
There's no one saves us from our sin. Only Jesus, who's coming back again. Only Jesus, who holds the keys to life. Only Jesus. There's no one like you. You stand alone. No greater love was ever shown. You are our rescue. Only Jesus. High and exalted upon your throne. No greater name was ever known. You are our refuge. Only Jesus. You are holy. We bring our praise to you. Holy. Our hands we raise to you. Holy. There's no one like you, God. You are holy. We bring our praise to you. Holy. Our hands we raise to you. Holy. There's no one like you, God. There's no one like you. You stand alone. No greater love was ever shown. No other rescue. Only Jesus.
All right, we're back. We're back.
Yes,
We're
we
back.
are.
I know you guys enjoy that praise and worship. I'm telling you, I'm gonna learn them dances. I need to quit doing all this energy. I'm already tired. But you know what? I love doing what I do.
You know what?
What?
I want to see them do the dances.
I do too.
I want you guys to send us videos of you doing the praise and worship dance, and you might be featured
You may be
on
featured.
one of our videos next
Or
month.
you may be a special guest to come and do something. Who knows?
Fifth Sunday is
It's-
coming up.
This Sunday is coming up, so we do want to see some activity that shows that you guys are entertained by what we do.
That's
and
right.
we do it because we love you, because Jesus loves us. All right? So now we want to get into our lesson. So, we're talking about cooperation, and we're talking about our memory verse, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 King, 2 King, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, we got Ezra, Nehemiah, we got Esther, we got Joel, we got Psalms, we got Proverbs, Ecclesiastics, the 4th chapter, the 9th verse. You did that pretty good.
I
That was
did,
cooperation
I did,
right there.
I did.
That was the true meaning of
See?
cooperation.
I told
right
y'all in the
Because that
beginning
first one, yeah, she
I
didn't
was
have
gonna
that.
work. It was,
Yeah, but now she had a little table right here, so I just gave it.
See,
You remember using
you
grade
just-
school, we used to beat on tables and
I
stuff
used
like
to
that.
use the
get in trouble.
pencils, and the
Use
pencils would don't do it at
Yeah, don't do it at school though. We don't need a distraction. All right, so we talked about Paul last month when we were dealing with contentment. So we're going to talk about Paul again in this lesson, but he's dealing with a different group of people. Now, Paul was dealing with the Philippians when we talked about contentment. Now, Paul is dealing with the Corinthians. So if you want to learn this lesson here, you're going to go to 1 Corinthians.
first.
This is his first letter to the Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, the whole chapter. It says 1 through 31. So just read it all.
Like
You will
Jesus
be
said.
entertained. But I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it just the way I saw it. So I'm just gonna break this thing down. So Paul is building churches. He's well into building churches. He's moving. Churches are being built. He is changing people's lives. Everybody is conforming over to Christ.
Wow.
But he thought everything was good. He plants a church in Corinth. He thought everything was good. So he's building a church.
He was Gucci.
He was Gucci? Okay. He's building a church. He's out building churches. He thought that everyone understood what they were supposed to be doing. So when he's converting everybody, all the Corinthians, they have been given special gifts by God.
He was converting.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means that they're supposed to no longer believe in the stuff they used to believe in. Now they're supposed to have the mindset of Christ. So
See,
so
this is
now
why we work together.
we work together. So now he thought they were good. He finds out that they're not. They're divided. They don't care. They want to do what they want to do. When I tell you God has given them gifts, and each one of them, they were thinking of themselves, boasting and bragging about the gifts that God had gave them, and was like, oh yeah, oh you speak in tongues, you know what? Well, I can heal the sick. Oh, well, you can heal the sick. Well, you know what? God gave me this ability to dance. You know what? Well, you gave me the ability to dance. He gave me the ability to robot. So it's kind of like a battle. So instead of them working together, they were actually feuding because they wanted that recognition of having the best gifts and all of that stuff.
Oh, they should have.
Yeah.
They should listen to us all month.
All right. So now Paul writes this letter because he's like, okay, I thought they had it, but it seems like they don't have it.
That's just.
So now I gotta get them back to where they need to be. So now Paul writes a letter telling the Corinthians, he said, look here. He said, before, God gave you these gifts, but he gave you these gifts for a specific purpose.
Okay.
And the purpose is, they're supposed to be unified and then draw others to them.
Okay.
But what they were doing though, they were just bragging and boasting because, you know, God gave me these gifts and they was like, I'm gonna use these gifts for myself.
They thought they was just what they
And they
wanted.
wasn't even, you know what? They had leaders and stuff that they were supposed to abide by. They weren't even trying to abide by the leaders or nothing.
What?
Yes. They didn't want to do anything. They was like, we're not doing nothing. We're going to do what we want to do. God gave us these gifts. We're going to do it. But then Paul says this. He says, look, he said, we are all different, made up of different parts, just the way God designed you. But we are all one body in the body of Christ, which this is what he designed for everybody.
Okay.
So it's kind of like being in church. And that's the best thing about a church. When you go to a church, everyone that comes to a church and you join that body of believers, everybody has different gifts.
Right.
So like I know my gift is dancing, it's communicating, it's having fun. I know that's my gift.
Right.
So instead of me bragging about it, I'm going to use it for God's glory because that's what he intended. Just like you have a gift. So whatever your gift is, now we got to come together. We got to put our gifts together. You see me standing before you now.
Common goal.
Common goal. So and that's common goal to get people in. And for you as young people, it's the same for you. God gives you a gift, but don't take your gift and think that you're high and mighty and you're the best at everything, because I can just guarantee you, and I can tell you this just from personal experience. When I was dancing in the world, I was a bad boy, but there was always somebody that was better than me. But it made me practice and it made me go even harder, but there was still always somebody better than me. But once I learned to be humble, and I use my son as an example, I learned he is a very good dancer. He's probably better than I ever was. But back in the day, we would have that running. But now, I look at him and I'm truly amazed and I'm so humble because he can dance, I can dance, we can dance against one another, or we can dance together, which means so much more because all we're trying to do is impact people. So like when y'all see us miming and y'all see stuff like that, we do it because we're edifying Christ. And that's the whole purpose of what Paul is telling these Corinthians. He's telling them, he said, you may be a nose, you may be a left arm. You see what I did? I said, you may be a left arm, you may be a right arm, a left foot, but guess what? When they all come together, they all have to cooperate together. They can't work without one another. And that's the way cooperation works. What you got?
I have something for you guys.
She got something for you. You know she do. Now let's see if I can stump her. Let me see. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, guys. So sometimes you have to have more than just that one or two things to get the common goal done, right?
Okay.
So right now I have, this is Eddie.
Okay, that's Eddie.
Eddie.
You call it Eddie.
So Eddie Eddie sounds like there's something in there.
Yeah,
right?
Eddie doesn't have that substance in
He
there.
don't.
Yeah,
but,
it's not
but
solid.
sometimes,
Yeah, but
guys,
go ahead.
you can try to do something, but you don't always have all the necessary things to get it done.
Mhm.
So if I squeeze Eddie,
Oh, yeah. You gonna clean that up? She gonna clean that up.
I am.
Yeah, she gonna clean that up.
Because we're
make
gonna
sure-
work together.
Yeah, we're gonna work together
to get this clean.
No, she gonna clean that up. She made that mess. She cleaning that up.
But
Yeah,
you know what
you
this
know what?
shows me?
Yeah, what it show you?
Eddie wasn't ready to work together because
He wasn't.
Eddie didn't go through the water
Right.
to get what he needed
He
to
didn't.
get the common goal, because you have to work together to get things done.
Right.
So Eddie Jr., like you said,
Mhm.
you dance, your son danced.
Mhm.
This is Eddie's child. Sometimes you got to go a little farther and you got to do things a little bit different, because sometimes
That's
it
right.
takes more than just you. It can take the father. It can
Right.
take the Son,
Right.
and it can take the Holy Spirit sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes you got to come together
Right.
as a whole to get those things done.
And check this out. While she's doing that, check this out. So as you can see, Eddie Sr. was whole, just like Eddie Jr. But Eddie Sr. didn't have what Eddie Jr. had on the inside. So you can have that appearance of being
Right.
whole, but the thing is, if you don't have everything you need, you will end up.
Do you think this will
Correct.
happen again?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I think Eddie Jr. got everything he needs to
Let me
be
just over
solid.
your head.
Go ahead. Girl.
But look, Eddie Jr.
She scared me, y'all.
Eddie Jr. knows that it takes more than just doing things by yourself. And sometimes you got to rely on God. You got to
There
let
you
go
go.
and let God.
There you
Because
go.
sometimes you need more than just that outside shell to get what you need to get done. And as you see, this was just the middle. You need more than the middle, because once you go through the whole thing, look at this.
Ooh.
If I had some salt and pepper,
Ooh, yeah.
I would eat this.
Yeah, I feel you.
I would.
I feel you.
But look, as you keep going through it,
You get that yolk.
this is a done yoke.
Yeah.
Because this yoke knew how to work together.
That's
And this
it.
yoke know how to come together with a common goal.
Yes.
Minus
Minus
this
what?
one.
What he had.
Minus that one.
Eddie Senior. So yes. So that is a good analogy. Now what we got here with this lemon and the apple.
So what I thought is, I like the colors too, guys.
Okay.
But what I thought about is, sometimes when you have lemons, you know,
Mhm.
you can't just go and get lemons.
Right.
I can't go get lemonade. I have to have something to make that happen.
Okay.
But you got to bury that seed, because sometimes there's things in our lives that we got to make sure that we get right too.
That's
And
it.
once we get them seeds and we get them where they go, we got
Mhm.
lemons. And once we get everything else in order, guess what you can have?
What?
Lemonade.
That's a good one.
Same thing with the apples.
Yeah, with
They
the
got
apple.
the seeds.
Mhm.
Guess what you can get with that apple?
Apple juice. I feel you. I feel you. And that is a good analogy, because you know what? When we're dealing, this is what Paul was telling the people of Corinth. He was saying, look, you got to remember, now that you're converted, God has given you all of these gifts. You want to be humble in what you're doing. No one wants to follow someone that brags and boasts.
Right.
He was telling them, we're all saved by the grace that Jesus gave us.
That's
so
right.
you want to walk in that humility, and you want to always remember that, you know, we're nothing without Jesus. So as you can see, Eddie Sr. thought he was all together, but on the inside, he had nothing to hold himself together. But Eddie Jr., he had everything he needed. And although sometimes, you know, you're going to go get some cracks and stuff like this, you have that yoke on the inside of you that Jesus takes care of you with.
And he can put it right back
That
together.
thing sure look
again.
good too.
It did.
It did, yeah. Not now though, but it did look good.
Salt and pepper though?
Salt and pepper would do it.
Trying to tell you.
So that is our lesson. So remember, we're talking about cooperation, guys. So by now, we've been talking about cooperation for the whole month. So there should be something that is transforming you, where you're saying, okay, you know what, I got to work together with people. And we hope, our intention is that you continue to just be humble in all that you do and let God just use you in a mighty way. And then you could be standing up here like us one day.
That's
and,
right.
And believe us, we just do it because we love you and we love Christ. So thank you for joining us again. F3C KidZone The Experience. We hope you had a great time, and we will see you next week.
Wow, he cleaned this up. Bye, guys.
I'm gonna clean that up.